Alrighty. Hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and we have you guys have probably seen this guy before. He's been on a good chunk of random work streams. Would you like to introduce yourself? What is your name?
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just alright. I'm just gonna have you say your name now, even though it's on my show questions sheet. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna
My name is Hexy, and what do I do? I do modding, and I'm in a few mod teams and all of that.
But yeah, do you have any channel announcements for yourself?
Nope, not really.
Would you like me to go ahead and put your channel link up?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please explain? Alright. But yeah. So what do you do on your channel? Just as just so that the batch can decide if they want to subscribe to you or not.
Basically, it used to be a channel that was mostly object show, but now I'm making it a bit more focused on Minecraft and Jackbox, which I may come back to something like that type of content soon, but more professional. So
that makes sense.
That could be interesting.
But yeah, so no big channel announcements?
No big channel announcements.
Alright, so my main announcement is the Pastry Pride map, which hopefully I don't sound too much like a broken record for this, but we're just gonna go with it. So please go ahead and feel free to check out the please go ahead and if you're an animator, please feel free to sign up for a Pastry Pride map part. If you're not an animator, don't sign up for a map piece, okay? But yeah, I forgot. Are you an animator? I forgot. Are you an animator?
No.
Okay. Why do I keep on? Alright. But alrighty, so how this show is gonna work is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and ask Hexy all of my preset questions, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and do the batch questions and the questions that I come up with. Alrighty? So yeah, if you want to ask, so you can ask your question at any time, but we're gonna go ahead and answer it. We're gonna go ahead and ask all the batch questions after I say my preset. So and if you want to ask me a question, either use the donut symbol or say @Rebellious Pastry.
Okay.
This doesn't apply to you, Hexy. You're the one that's being asked. But so, and then if you try to ask me a question, if you try to ask me personally a question, or if you try to ask something that is not related to game modding, I'm gonna go ahead and take your question down. I'm gonna delete your comment if you try to ask about something that isn't pertains to this show, since this is not a Q&A. But in other news, the Q&A is gonna be next week. So yeah, I'm gonna have a Q&A next week. Which means the announcement video is gonna come out on Friday. But yeah. Anyways, and also, if you already have signed up for a Pride Map piece, you may go ahead and sign up for another Pride Map piece if you want. Um, but yeah. Q and A, not QA. All right. Oh my. But anyways, um, let's go ahead and go on with our show. So, what are your pronouns, Hexy?
I just go by he, him.
And then, do you have any other social medias other than, do you have a server that you wish to promote or anything?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm being honest. So.
And then, alrighty. Then what is your hobby?
Yeah. Basically, a modder.
Can you please go ahead and put more emphasis on what that is for the people who don't already know what it is?
Basically, I mod Minecraft. Basically, and that is basically, yeah. I think like some people may have known it since, yeah.
So you mod Minecraft? I thought you told me
Yeah.
in pre-stream that you modded something else too.
Oh, I work in a modded Jackbox team. I do not act. I work in a modded Jackbox team, boy, for like some small things, like a bit of the voice acting and a bit of the questions, but not like something minor.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Just so you know, I could have you back on here in a good bit to go ahead and have a voice acting hobby interview show if you're interested. But yeah, so anyways, so you basically go ahead and work on team projects and solo projects.
Yes.
Let's see here. Alrighty, and then let's not lose my question sheet yet again, Pastry. So how did you find this hobby of game
How did I
modding?
find this hobby? It all started back in like 2020, very late 2021, by a person named Rennie Drag, and Rennie Drag's like a YouTuber who does some mods and all that. But it's more like pretty bad mods. And like my first mod was really meant to be a joke, so
Also, if you have any pictures that you wish for me to show on screen, please DM me them.
okay.
But yeah, anyways, continue.
Okay.
Or is that all? Or is that it for?
Nah.
For what you were wanting to explain.
Basically, when I also played a Minecraft server called like Origin Realms, even though it's more like vanilla Minecraft.
Can you please go ahead and explain Origin Realms?
It's just a vanilla Minecraft server that just adds custom items, which I feel like, yeah. But like one of the people there was a modder, and even though they were kind of egotistical, did kind of help me a lot, especially when improving my own textures. Sometimes you need the bad, so then you can become better.
Yeah, that makes sense. Every hobby has some element of improving.
Yes.
And then why are you interested in it? / why do you
because I feel like vanilla Minecraft is just like it feels not enough. Like there still needs to be a lot.
So you're saying that So are you saying that the vanilla Minecraft is like the non-modded version, or?
Yes.
All right. So
Like,
you're saying that there should be more things in Minecraft than what Mojang comes up with?
yes. Like, okay, so like what I'm checking right now, basically, like, people already have come up with ideas with like copper apples and amethyst apples, giving uses to both copper and amethyst, which are both useless items in Minecraft.
So you were saying that you want to have useless items be more useful in Minecraft?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Actually, in a vanilla plus mod, I may make. I think maybe I could actually try to implement some ideas like that, but like very small.
Alrighty. So that is the reason of why you're interested in it?
Yeah, there's a lot of others, but I just feel like I don't want to branch out too much.
Yeah. Um, please keep in mind that you can put as much explanation as you so do wish. Um, oh, also, I forgot to say this in announcements, but I decided to dye my hair. So the blue pastry hair is a temporary change. I just decided to have a little fun with my own hair and also the hair of pastry. So, like, the April Fool's Day video is gonna be. And the April Fool's Day video, and after that's gonna go back to yellow, but yeah. Um,
Oh yeah. By the
Sorry.
way, I think like oh
That was just an announcement I forgot to say. That
oh
I
okay.
swear that happens almost every episode. But yeah. How much does it cost?
How much does it cost to mod? For me, modding is kind of free
Um, please
because
remember
mostly
to include the price of your computer, since you need it to
my
mod.
computer, then it's I would say $1,800.
Think
But
you
it's a
could
pretty
do?
good gaming laptop.
Yeah. Now, so you have a laptop?
Yeah, it's a gaming laptop, the one that I'm calling you right now with.
Yeah. um.
But like now when I actually saw the recent Minecraft snapshot, they actually did have the calibrated skulk sensor, and it actually kind of gave another use to amethyst, which is pretty nice, but I still feel like it needs more use than just that, that, and now calibrated skulk sensor.
But yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you your next question. Is it so? This next question's gonna sound dumb because, like, is it one cost or is it something you keep on paying for?
Uh, none, none at cost.
But I said the price of your computer. But true. So you only buy a computer once unless it breaks.
Well, I did. My dad bought me a new computer before since Windows 11 corrupted my computer once.
I'm just gonna say this as clarification, but like what I mean by one cost hobbies is like, you don't have to pay for any subscriptions, or you don't have to you don't have to go ahead and pay for any like, thing
Oh,
that's
oh,
so like, for an example of something you would have to keep on paying for would be like Nintendo Online. I don't know why I
oh,
randomly thought of that, but like something you keep on paying for, or if you knit, then you would have to continue paying for yarn. But I'd say any hobby that is on the computer is one cost, unless it's like a program you have to keep on paying for.
I use a program, but it's free, so
So one cost basically.
Yeah.
Because I want to go ahead and remind you, please remember that I tend to say this at least once per episode. The Hobby Interview Show is intended to go ahead and give people experiences to new hobbies without having to spend anything on them. So it basically gives like a preview of a hobby before you decide to spend any of your own money on it. But yeah. So basically just the cost of your computer, and you only buy your computer once unless it breaks. Correct?
Yeah, that happened once.
I had a computer break, but that was before the channel, so
I had a computer break before, and this was when me was acting stupid, and like some barrel juice just like I accidentally got it on the computer, just spilled, and then yeah, that didn't went well.
Yeah.
Like 12-year-old
Beverages
me.
by the computer is a bad idea. Alrighty.
Yeah, and it just went like this, and then we had to put it in rice.
Oh man. But yeah,
let's
go ahead and let's go ahead and move on to the next question here. Do you make money off of it?
No, but if I have a bank account and time, then I could try.
And then do you ever plan on making money off of your mods?
Yes.
Now this question is when I did the reverse episode, it literally made me feel bad about myself, but I'm still gonna keep this on here. How many hours a week do you typically spend on/with it?
I'd say a good 5 to 6 hours. Or maybe even more than that, since I'm pretty busy.
So, on average, I'm asking.
On average, so for weekdays, it's mostly 4 to 6 hours. For weekends, it's more like 10 hours.
So,
or
you're
something
saying
when
6 hours a day?
6 hours a day, and for weekends, it's kind of more, twice.
I don't want to do the math on that. I'm asking how many hours a week. I'm making you do the math. And just so you know, this doesn't have to be an exact number. It's just approximate.
Emma.
But yeah. So you would say you'd say about 30 hours a week, correct?
Kind of, yeah.
QA, you don't have to raise your hand. But yeah. How easy is it? How easy is it for you to have other hobbies?
Yeah, but also can you get me?
Oh my god, I wrote. Okay, let's continue.
How easy is it for you to have other hobbies?
Actually, kind of easy, since once I get used to some types of people, I usually have a new type of hobby at that time.
But I'm asking you, so how much would modding get in the way of other hobbies?
I would say not that much.
Yeah.
Because, it's like a war between that and shows, and concepts in general, and art. So it's a whole big mess. But I managed to balance all of them, so I would be mostly fine.
Because if
Perfect.
you were to go ahead and
I-
yeah. So you're saying that it's pretty easy to have other hobbies on top of game modding, correct?
Yeah, yeah, basically.
And then um
I think I'm gonna go play some.
how has game modding helped you?
It's helped me get more attention.
Get more attention? What do you mean by that? Can you please explain?
Basically, I got more attention from like mod developers and publishers.
So like you're talking about like publicity?
Yes.
Like get your name out there more?
Yes.
I'm the
And then is there any other ways that game modding have helped you?
It not really that much.
Like,
Also-
did it help
Ma-
you?
so
Did
you
it
all
help you
mods-
make new friends? Did it help you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
It definitely helped me make some new friends with some publishers and
but
some pretty famous people,
but
like
yeah.
Plant Killable, which is the text arts for supplementaries,
did that.
a decorative mod.
So
Even
like
though like he's a text artist.
oh man. All right. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. Yeah. Is there any other ways that it have helped you?
No, I think that and making new friends, which was kind of important, which I guess was kind of important since I had like a big team now on my way in that time. Now,
Yeah. I feel like you met me do the animation though. Hello. Hello.
oh,
Why did
I'm on another call.
All right. Hang up on that one because you're supposed to be on here.
Yeah. I already
And
already,
then shoot
you
a
know.
link. Then if it's
Nah, it was me who accidentally did that.
But yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh,
But
okay.
be patient, QA. I platonically love you, but we still have preset questions to ask.
Oh my gosh! When I'm seeing the chat right now, I'm just seeing
I
some
platonically
hellfire.
love you, but we still have questions. And I'm gonna answer the whole "is this legal?" I personally it's like I personally would not encourage any illegal hobbies on this show. So like if it's not legal, I wouldn't have let it on. So there's that.
Like bomb making, for example.
Ah! Oh my goodness. I was thinking piracy. But yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then
Yeah, not again.
what are the downsides of modding?
Oh, basically, you have a tiny bit of. You have when the more talented you get, sometimes in my time, is basically you become like. I could say you have more of an ego in my perspective that I had from what I've saw.
So like too rapid of ego inflation.
Yeah, but I'm not too ego because even though I'm talented, I still managed not to be ego. I did saw some people became ego.
I honestly think you have a bigger ego than me, but that's beside the point in general. But then again, I'd say that about almost everyone. But yeah. Any other downsides? Like, would you say?
No, not really.
Would you say time is a downside or no?
Oh yeah, definitely time's a bit of a downside. Definitely.
So time is not a downside.
Time is a bit of a downside because when I have to do schoolwork, I have to do this. I have to try my best to multitask on it, and then have to like do this and that, do this and that.
But yeah, just so you know, you're not technically supposed to be multitasking on my show.
Yeah.
That was on the sheet. But yeah. Well, is there any other downsides?
No, not really. Only two, but that's it.
And then let's see here. Would you recommend this hobby to others?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you please explain
in
more
like
now?
modding, yeah, like if you're interested in modding Minecraft, then and you want to make your own mod, the software that I mostly recommend to use. If you want to go in the coding path, then you could do that. Like the software that I use is MCreator, which is pretty easy to do, since like most of the time you just click a button that says like click the plus button and it says like block, and then you put the name of the block. Like you need a texture, so like I'm pretty good at that also.
Man, coding is a piece of work, most definitely.
Yeah, but that's why I use MCreator, because like sometimes coding, I don't want to like spend like 6 hours on just like
Typing?
a single coding of a block.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh
It's
man.
kind of strains my eyes a bit.
Do you want to know something? I've tried coding before I went to animation.
How did that went?
Well, I don't code now, so
Rebellious Pastry, the video game?
I'd probably I'd have to pay pay some type of like coder for that. I'm bad at typing. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the batch questions, since my batch is being extra lovely today. Let's see here. QA, which QA is basically like one of the people who started to define for me what having a fan base looked like. And she asks, is it hard to mod Minecraft?
No, or actually it depends on what type of software you use. If you're using MCreator, it's easy because you just like click the button, you click a plus button, and then you could just do like whatever you want, blocking that. It takes it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can you please shoot me a link to MCreator so I can post it in the chat?
Okay. Gonna search it up. Gonna
and then shoot me a link to it. Thanks. And then please continue on that. Thank you. Please continue.
And I'll give you the screenshot. Here, it's like an example workspace.
But yeah, So can you? Alright. So can you please finish what you were saying about if it's hard or not?
But yeah, it really depends most of the time. Like, that's what happens in like if you're doing stuff like that. It really depends. Like, if you want, do not rush with MCreator. That's what I recommend if you're gonna use it. Because whenever I see it most of the time, all that I just see is some pretty bad mods that are just, fully rushed by just adding the plus button and that's it. Like, give some effort, like, at least make it, like,
So it's pretty similar to animation in that way.
Yeah, I've saw mods made by 10-year-olds, and they look pretty bad.
But
Like,
yeah,
we have, like, the Saul Goodman mod, or, like, I don't know. And it's just, like, very low effort. Like, they just took a random, like, PNG, and then they just slap it on, and then they just make it as a block. Like, I get it. But, like, I would understand if it's, like, a joke mod. Like, I would just have fun with that. Like, if you're ever gonna make an actual serious mod, put some effort, like, put some real effort into that. Like, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. So like, you're basically saying that that it's important to put it's important to put effort in your work, and I feel like that can apply to pretty much anything you do. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you, like, an example mod, and I'll put,
Alright.
like, 2 comparisons of it. Going back into the MCreator website now, just so then you know.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste the link into the chat.
But I think I'm just gonna copy the image since
Do this show because I don't
Here's
need to
2
know
examples.
everything about every single hobby in existence. I have people
Yeah.
I have people for that. Let's see here.
The first one is the bad mod, and the second one looks like a pretty decent mod.
So what kinds of mods do you use?
What kind of mods do I use? Interesting question. Okay, so for mods, I'm trying to make one of my mods create compatibility,
And
but it's
also,
gonna take a while.
And also mod loaders. And also mod
Mod-
loaders. And that is
mod
from
loaders-
QA, I think.
Or no,
that's not from QA. That's from DCYT Entertainment. Continue.
Creator has its own client because it's a mod maker, and you need to, like, you know, it has its own client, obviously, because you need to run the mod to test it out if there's, like, you know, missing textures or not.
Alrighty. And then, let's see here. I'm gonna make sure that there's not any more batch questions before I ask my ass off. Alright. Is it legal? I already answered that. If it wasn't legal, I wouldn't have it on my show. But yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. I at least do that once an episode. So can you please give an example, or can you please alright, this is gonna be a question that hopefully takes a while to answer, but can you please give us a basic explanation of what MCreator is and how you would use MCreator? Also, please let me know if you need like to do a screen share.
I'm gonna do a screen share.
Alrighty.
While I read it.
Let me go ahead and hold on. Let me do like a rewire my window capture. At Hexy Discord.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't show things that it isn't supposed to. And then I have to show my window capture. Hello, please load, my good friend. No, I'm gonna go ahead and just restart with a new window capture. But
okay.
Can you go ahead and start or no. All right. While I go ahead and get technicalities out of the way, or all right, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and go zoom the living crap out of this thing, and then do a screen share of your M Creator screen.
Oh, like the actual program?
Yep.
Okay. But I'll only do this once for the batch since I'm not gonna really want to spoil everything. So I'm just gonna load up an existing workspace. But only for once because, like, I don't want to spoil everything.
Alrighty. Just so you know, it's currently just showing your profile picture.
Oh.
Is that just because my software is shot, or not software? Is that just because my internet is shot?
I guess.
Okay, one thing that I was gonna ask, when before I got sidetracked was, I'm gonna make you answer QA's question, but for Jackbox. Is it hard to mod Jackbox?
I didn't really test that out yet, although I am in like a modding. I'm basically kind of in a team with a few people, but mostly for voice acting and questions. So.
Which voice acting will be in a different episode.
Yeah, but
okay, I'm gonna watch
still
stream. All right, holy. My mind is literally like. My mind is literally being destroyed right now by this. Can you please explain for me?
Okay, so you got like. This about to be like a update mod.
Or actually, can you please like pull up a brand new just pull up a brand new project real quick and do like a demo thing?
A demonstration. I'm actually gonna show a demonstration of this project. So I'm just gonna X out and wait for it to load.
Alright.
But in the meantime, then I'll just answer.
And then answer my Jackbox question. Like, is it hard to mod Jackbox?
I haven't really mod Jackbox. I'm only just like a VA for it. For like some guys Trivia Murder Party mod.
Which Trivia Murder Party is basically a basically like a trivia game but with funny ways to die.
Essentially.
But yeah.
Okay. Minecraft has loaded.
Alright, are you doing a different stream now?
Yeah.
Or wait, no, it's on this. I don't want to share my screen. Get lost, Discord. Oh, okay. I see. What I see is like Minecraft itself, currently.
Yeah, this is just some custom. This is Baobab wood. This is actually a custom block, and yeah. As you can see, this is not pretty usual. So we have like planks also. Textures are made by one of my friends, Swooky. This is a smoky quartz geode. If you go inside, it's just luck. It's like those amethyst geodes.
So yeah, can you please explain? Can you please explain how M Creator works? Real quick.
Oh. Okay. M Creator is just a soft. It's just basically a beginner modding program. but some serious people have done it with the program before and made some pretty impressive mods. Also made this.
What does that do?
It's literally throwable TNT.
Wow. That would be OP if that was in the actual game.
Throwable TNT?
Yes.
I've saw some actual dynamite in Origin Realms, and it was pretty weak. It was kind of like more like a party item.
Interesting.
Although this is kind of more accurate.
So
if
what
you're
makes,
saying like combat wise.
So what makes throwable TNT different than the firecracker?
Then the firecracker is that you throw it. Yeah, that's it.
I'm talking about like stuff that is already in the game, like you can make with believe it's gunpowder and Sand.
Yeah, but this I haven't decided a crafting recipe yet. But if you have 9 dynamite and a crafting table, you can make TNT.
Okay. So like what is the hardest thing you've ever made on M Creator?
I try to make a 5x5 crafting table.
What? Why would you need a 5x5 crafting table?
I don't know. Remember, this was in my very old mod, so where I had like barely any experience. So
yeah.
like, you know, they just bombed this baobab. So as I could just put it like this. There.
What else have you made? What else have you made?
Oh, actually, ores. Okay.
What kind of ores have you made?
Roof topaz, tanzanite, and tanzanite, and pyrite. So this is just like full gold ore, so it just acts a lot like gold. This is just blue topaz. It's just like a tools. All these are just gonna be used for like tools. And this is kind of the rarest store out of all of them. That's an advancement called 1,000 times rarer than a diamond. This just says topaz, and this is just like full gold. So all these 3 ores have like a specific advancement.
So, how is so like you mentioned that there was a community element. How is the community element for you?
It was kind of cool, but I just see like some low effort mods sometimes. So, but it's like their first time, so you know, first time people are make some low quality mods.
But then again, you can't really blame them because if you start off a new hobby, then it's gonna go ahead and like look like crap. It's something called improvement. So I'm gonna ask you this: how steep is the learning curve for
M Creator?
M Creator, yes.
Not that much.
Not a steep learning curve at all?
Nope. Unless if you're trying to do like a sword with special abilities or like armor that gives you an effect or like a jetpack, which will take a while, then then it'll take some deep dive steep learning. Because there's also the procedures. I had to do this TNT part with a procedure, but it's a pretty easy one, so I had lots of time.
So can you please show more of what M Creator looks like and how like one Like the basic
the
basic function of M Creator.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to switch streams. Hold on. Or do I need to exit and no? All right. Can you please do like a basic function while explaining?
Okay.
Sorry
So this
if my
just the
wording
work.
is
This is just like the
messed.
behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes of all the textures and all that. Basically, this is where I put all my textures in. So if you want to import a texture, just go to import textures. There's a few options like import block, item, entity, effect. Just like the simple things like also armor.
But yeah, so like what does M Creator look like when what does M Creator look like when you go ahead and start off
Excel?
on a blank canvas?
A blank canvas. Now, I did send you the screenshot before as like an example. So just say like press plus to add mod elements.
And is the works and so like what does changing your workspace do?
Changing your workspace. Like, how do you mean that? Oh, wait.
I'm kind of bad at explaining things sometimes, but like, so like, didn't you say that like you had like your workspace like in like
One.
specific,
Compatibility?
yeah, or like
Oh yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. And I haven't done that yet, but I need one of my friends, Chris, to help me on that.
yeah, so like, would you say that
Or like Dexter even.
would you say that I'm so adding this to the question sheet. Is it a social or an antisocial hobby? Or not like
It's
antisocial as in like illegal, but like antisocial like are you done with your screen share?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my my window capture then. But yeah. Would you say this is a social hobby or a not so social hobby?
It depends.
I'm definitely adding that question to the sheet.
I think I will put it in between. Because like, some people, some big mod creators sometimes I remember for like some forgettable mods had to leave the community because like real life stuff. So I'd put it in more in between. Because like you could get some more friends and all that by doing some more mods like that. And for that, I would put it in between. Yeah, it's hard to say.
But yeah, so, let's see here. I'm gonna triple check to make sure we don't have any more batch questions. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is it hard? So like, whenever so like with coding or like have you ever tried to go ahead and code stuff by hand?
Yeah.
How did that go?
What? Pretty shit. Just gonna say it.
What went wrong with it?
Oh, some dependencies and all that Gradles, just some brilliant stuff that some professionals know.
So like, is there Do you guys like share each? So do you guys like share each other's mods? Like, is there like a site where you can like post your mod and have other people use it?
Uh, Curse Forge. Curse Forge, yeah.
Can you please go ahead and shoot me a link to that?
Now there is mod packs which just has like lots of mods into like a single pack, just to enhance the experience. But that's like that's a whole different thing. But it's kind of related because like it has mods inside
So has
in a pack.
So has
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
So has Minecraft themselves taken things that have been made into mods and actually put them in the actual games, or no?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So would you?
There's a few.
All right, can
I
you
think
please give?
Sandstone was like that. There's a 2010 mod.
So like Sandstone was
There was
originally
a
a
2000.
mod. Continue.
Yeah, back then in like the alpha or the InfDev days. Basically early 2010.
Early 2010.
And then like I would say like yeah. And for like there was a piston mod before the actual pistons. And there was also a horse mod before the actual horses.
What's
and there's
a
like this
piston?
bacteria mod which was kind of inspired by this.
What is a piston?
Minecraft.
Hexy, what's a piston? Hexy.
So
Hello, Carl.
Yeah.
Can you please explain to me what a piston is?
What else you got?
Can you please explain to me what a piston is?
Piston is just a redstone item. It's a redstone block that pushes blocks.
Alright, I'm gonna just ask about general Minecraft at this point. How hard is it to use redstone? Like,
pretty hard.
I struggle a lot with redstone. And is there like anything that you do with modded redstone?
No.
So you can't mod redstone?
You could mod redstone into like new items and all that. New blocks. Have like new redstone things for like other things.
So,
but like that'll be kinda hard.
So would modding be considered cheating in the Minecraft world?
No. Because like there's even Minecraft Mojang like hires actual mod developers before for actual Minecraft.
So one way to go ahead and I'm gonna tie this back to the to my sheet here, and so like one way to make money off of like modding is if Minecraft hires you.
Yeah.
How often? What is the percentage of people getting hired off of their modding skills?
I would say like a decent percent. Of some like King Bee Dogs, which used to work on the Aether mod, which was famous because of its like glowstone portal frame, like the Nether portal frame, and like with a water bucket instead of a flint and steel. So like, I mean, like he got hired because of that mod. It was kind of famous.
So would you say that Minecraft is pretty good at like fan engagement and like what gets added to their games?
Kinda.
Or
Yeah,
has
like it.
has Minecraft ever
No drink
completely?
because when I asked them, I told them I wanted two.
Wait a second, my Burger King's here.
Chicken.
Alrighty. Are you gonna hop off for a few?
I don't know.
All right. Let's see here. All right? Please let me know. All right. Hold on.
Actually, I'm gonna hop off.
Are you gonna hop back
So
on?
is it okay? Maybe.
Just so you know, oh man, you would cut the episode off by an hour, so, and I wouldn't have anything else to do on this show if we were to end early, and I'm gonna go ahead and DM you.
The questions.
No, something else.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
All right.
Yeah, because every time I get dinner, sometimes, most of the time, I feel like I'm just starving.
But yeah. Wait, so is this episode ending here?
You know what? How about I try to bring my food in?
Alright. Alright, so looks like it's just me for now. Sorry for the brief intermission, I guess. We're trying to figure some stuff out here, behind the scenes, so please be patient with us. I guess I'll go ahead and, continue on with, talking my ass off until he returns, hopefully. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my coding experiences since it kind of loops into like modding. So, back when I was like I think it was like right before animation, right before I decided to be an animator, but like,
Yep.
all right, you back?
Yep,
All
but you can continue.
right. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on just in case you have to leave later. And I could also make a
Okay.
video on this too. But yeah, I used to think coding, it would be a good idea to code, but I suck at typing, so that was short-lived. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now. But yeah, so I think I've asked this, but I'm gonna ask this in a different way. Is the modding community toxic?
It depends. For an M creator modder like me, because of like the whole stereotype, that's like M creator publishers not put effort because of like 10-year-olds, making low effort mods. It's kind of hard.
So, is it like a community that the more effort you put into your things, the more respect they'll have for you? Or
Yes.
is it different?
Yes, it's kind of like that.
So like, I feel like that's very.
And there's the whole server that's the rule about no talking about M creator and say like try to go flex your inability skills somewhere else.
Okay, so I have a question. Do some people consider M creator as cheating?
I'm not sure actually.
So like, how much do you know? So like, what is some insider information you could tell, the stream about, this episode about when it comes to like, the community?
The community, it's like two paths. You either, do coding or you either use MCreator.
So it's kind of like how within animation you have your frame by framers and then you also have your vector animators. It's kind of like that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
do both sides war against each other?
Yes.
What do those wars
I
tend
have
to look like?
stories.
Go ahead and tell them.
Basically, like an MCreator publisher, most of the time puts in low effort in their mods, and like the coder says, like, some pretty usual stuff. It's pretty toxic things about it. But they're still beginners, so beginners still,
So is the hello Vapor Ghost. Feel free to ask Hexy questions about MCreator.
I think Vaporgos know about MCreator a lot because of me. Like, me and him are doing the mod pack and the mods also together sometimes.
I'm just saying, like, maybe he might want to ask questions for the good of this show.
Oh,
just
okay.
saying. Just saying. Maybe, Hexagon. Here's the thing. I sometimes tend to ask questions that I already know the answer to for the sake of the show. But yeah, you get what I mean, right?
Yes.
My God, I don't know what to do with life sometimes, but yeah, so like, can you go ahead and like, let's see, man, so, man, I forgot what I was going to ask. What's the hardest thing you've ever made?
Oh, that's actually kind of hard. What's the hardest thing? It was basically when me and Vapor were in a mod competition, and it was about archaeology for our theme for 1.20 before Minecraft Live 2022. Basically, me and him, or like everyone in the team had to do a mod. And there had to be a judge and someone else. So like for me, it would have been like, yeah.
Do these competitions have cash prizes?
No, it's like mostly for fun, so
That's fun.
although like it was basically like a block table, and that took me a while.
But
just to figure it out.
So like how long does an average mod take?
For like an effort mod, like the disorganized mod that I did,
yes,
it took me a good 2-3 months just to make.
Okay, so like
But for an average mod, sometimes could take over a month.
So it depends on how much detail is in the mod.
Yes, and how big is the mod and how big the idea is. But for a small vanilla plus mod, that'll take like over 2 to 4 weeks.
So yeah, so it just depends on how much detail you put in things, as far as how long it takes. So
essentially,
yeah. If you want some time to eat, I'll go ahead and go more into detail about my coding if you want.
Sure, I'm still kind of eating while doing this show.
Just please go ahead and if you want to, if I'm explaining like my stories about coding, can you please go ahead and like mute yourself if I'm giving you this break? Thanks.
Oh. Okay.
Alrighty. Or Yeah, or we can have you hang up and call back when you're done.
I'm gonna mute myself since I'm also eating while doing this since my Burger King just pull up and I just don't wanna,
Get it? Cool.
get that much noise.
All right. Anyways, so since our lovely guest has to eat, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the story of my coding days, since it kind of loops in. But so yeah, let's just say, like, when it comes to like children, there's definitely like a whole lot of like beginner stuff that they can go ahead and do. Like I forgot what these things are called, but like every month we would have like this coding box get shipped to my door, and I had fun with it for like a good bit, but let's just say that I was good with like how Hexy kind of mentioned the things that did not require typing. But when it came to typing, and I've literally tried to type like lines of codes and whatnot, but I'm just so bad at typing that it ended up flopping for me. So like I feel like this, on the whole timeline of trying to figure what I wanted to do as my main hobby, I'm currently working on a video about like my 3D art stories. I did 3D art. So I forgot if coding was before or after 3D art in like my timeline of trying to find my main hobby. But I remember me wanting to create something, but the something wasn't determined yet. So yeah, I feel like my biggest downfall for like how the reason of why I couldn't really understand like coding and whatnot would probably have to be brain wiring, because like there's some people who do not believe it, but there's definitely like different people are definitely mentally wired in different ways. There's some people who would be better at like your logical stuff like math and science, and there's also people who are more skilled at like so like, oh man, so you have some people who are better at logical things, and you have more people, and then you have your other types of people who are better at like social connections, and who are better at creativity, and it's pretty much just like left brain versus right brain stuff. Like I've tried, like my biggest failure with coding is the fact that it got too it got too logical for me to understand, because like me by nature tends to be like, I tend to be more of like a creative, like right-brained person. And the fact that there was just so many like logical technicalities with coding, it pretty much made me drop coding. But I definitely do encourage the fact that like that there's like these starting to code things for like people that are like that are like trying to expose kids to coding, because it's a very important thing to go ahead and have children try out different things, because if you don't try it, you might not know what you like. And there's also an argument for people to go ahead and like try different things, or try like something once they're older as well, because I would probably say that animation also would fit into like a kind of like scientific logic-y things, but I personally can't say if that's 100% accurate. I feel like with animation, it's optimal if you can go ahead and like have some of each. It's like some creativity and some like natural logical understanding, because yeah, but there's, I would probably say, I don't know anything about like M Creator or whatnot, but some people probably would say that M Creator is cheating, and but like then again, some people might consider like the children's like put preset blocks together and coding as cheating. So yeah, I definitely feel like we had to think outside of the box to go ahead and like think about this hobby, like as far as the interview show goes. But hey, I'm all for outside of the box. But yeah, coding is very difficult. So as far as like if I would recommend coding, I would never do a hobby interview show about coding, because that was very short-lived on my part. But I would say it would depend on how good you are at typing. If you suck at typing, there's no way you would make it when it comes to like real tried and true coding. And I personally want to say that I admire anyone who's going into computer science in general with their life, or like with anything, because computer science would be my worst nightmare. Like, it would be my absolute worst nightmare to go ahead and do anything that has to deal with a lot of math and science. But yeah, that's just how I am, though. As far as Minecraft, my Minecraft experiences have been, is I personally have played Minecraft before, but I've always stuck to Pocket Edition because it's cheaper, and I don't really have like when I asked Hexy if like how easy is it to have another hobby, I thought of that question, like I didn't have that question in the very beginning, but I added that one in because that would be a very important thing to go ahead and have. Like, how easy, like, because if you were to look at, like, different hobbies, you gotta think about, like, how much, when you're looking at a new hobby, you gotta think about how much time is this hobby going to take? And how much time is it going to go ahead and, how much time is it gonna take? And how hard is it going to be to go ahead and how much time is it gonna take out of my day? Because like I, as a part of IRL obligation, I know some cheerleaders, and they've pretty much are like, cheerleading pretty much takes all of my life. So I would not go ahead and say, like, if you were to be a cheerleader and an animator, then I don't think that there'd be any way of making those two work together, due to the fact that both cheerleading and animating take so much time. And Hexy did bring up like a really good point of like the whole difference between having something done and having something done well. Because like how long does it take to make something is just like a very just kind of like a very general question, because like there's no set time that it takes to go ahead and there's no set time that it takes for like a specific project. But yeah. I don't know, like, as far as, like, modding goes, I don't know enough about it to, like, put it in a specific, like, category of hobby, but I would probably say that there's parallels between modding and animating from what I've seen. And please keep in mind that it is up to anyone here. It is up to anyone here if you want to take up any of the hobbies we say on these shows, because the main point of this show is to go ahead and expose people to different hobbies. And yeah. So I believe, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I heard the entire thing. Don't worry.
Is there anything I fucked up?
No. No, you didn't.
But yeah.
Dude, even Wonders is in your stream.
Yeah. She knows I do this.
Mate, you should be happy.
Yeah. So all right. So can you please go ahead and put some more or can you please go ahead and like let's see here.
Put some more screenshots and other things. Like
yes. Can you please explain more projects that you've done?
Okay. One of them was called Trivia Mipter Party.
And
but the emphasis on the P.
That's Jackbox. I thought we were still on Minecraft. Please please emphasize if you're talking about Jackbox or if you're talking about Minecraft, so that people don't get confused.
Okay. Okay, so basically, like, most of the time when I do projects, I do my projects solo. But sometimes, like, in Vapor's mods, which I'm helping him on since he's still kind of... Like, I don't want to give any offense to him, but he still kind of sucks at Creator, which I'm still teaching him on how to make it look decent.
That's fair. Not everyone can be good at everything.
I mean, yeah, but he's pretty good at graphic design.
Yeah. I'm kind of in that area too. But yeah, I'm more of a hobbyist in that sense. But continue.
Yeah. So basic. Fuck, I forgot.
So you were talking about Trivia Mictor Party, correct?
Yes. That is a Jackbox mod, not Minecraft, but it's but it's still modding.
So can you please explain what you guys did to it from start to finish? Or start to where it currently is?
Basically, Trivia Mipter Party was it's a pretty crazy mod, not gonna lie. It was weird, but I had fun with it. It was just all crazy. It's like one of those meme mods, but I actually laughed at it.
Oh man, yeah, I've also laughed at it too, man.
And basically, I actually did one of the lines. It goes like this. Okay, let's check the scoreboard. And then it says, what? Why is my voice turned off? That was the line I did.
Yeah.
Although, if I have, and I can, maybe I'll try to become the actual host voice actor for that mod for the sequel.
That'd be cool. But yeah, can you please explain, all of the different elements it takes to go ahead and it took for you guys to go ahead and make the, creator for the Mictor Party mod?
I'm now real. I only did one or two things to contribute, but
Can you please
I've just done a
explain
lot.
can you please explain the project as a whole if you can? Think
It's
about
basically-
alright, now let me go ahead and give you an example of what I'm looking for. As far as animation goes, you have first off you need to do the script, then the voice lines, then the animation then you need to draw your scenes, then you need to animate, and then you need to export. And then you need to post it. You know what I mean. I hope.
Yes. Yeah, I've actually tried it before.
But yeah. Can you please explain all the elements that is needed for a trivia Mictor party, for your trivia Mictor
Or like
party mod?
for a Jackbox mod, I never actually done an actual Jackbox mod, so I'm gonna just say it in a little side note. I do not know how to do a Jackbox mod, but this is a mod that I've really worked with. So yeah, I did and I may contribute more to the second one if they put me in. And I'm kind of now lost the creator of the mod. It's kind of making me more associating with this mod. And they want me to put me in for and I thought of as a doll for the sequel, its own little Hexy doll.
Oh yeah, and you said that there was gonna be a pastry doll too.
I'm not sure about Pastry doll. Since this is a mod and I'm not sure if they know you well, I think it's more likely just me.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But it's more like just meme. It'll be more like meme characters and all that. I show speed.
Oh
and
yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
Fat Joey.
I know. I know. Of I show speed.
I only know him because of Talking Ben.
So I have a question for you. As far as things go with modding, how did you guys get the Cheeto guy and all of those other characters in there?
Oh, that's a different mod. That's Fred Durst's mod.
Yeah. Can you do you know
Trivia Mictor Party is a different thing from Fred Durst's mods.
But how did you guys change from the normal dolls to those meme dolls? To those meme things?
Meme characters and all that?
Yes.
To the players?
Yes. How did you go ahead and switch those out?
I think this is kind of the thing. This is what Fred Durst is gonna do for the Monster Seeking Monster mod.
Can you please explain what Monster Seeking Monster is for anyone who does not know Jackbox?
It's a family awkward game. Because it's gonna be it's more like a dating Jackbox game, but it's more like if you get top in the scores of the dating part, which most of the times when I play it, it just ends up being so goofy. And not and then it's just I don't even know how to put it, since most of the time when I played this game, it was just so goofy. Where I'm just okay.
I feel like I would fail at. I feel like I'd fail at Monster Seeking Monster. I would fail at that game so hard. I swear. So what are you guys doing to change that?
So what's Fred Durst doing?
Yes.
I'm not working with this I do not work with this mod. It's different.
So what is Fred doing so that it can
He's
be
basically
different.
modding.
But
He's
how?
changing the characters, and he's gonna change the music and all that.
So how does
I
he?
guess make it like a meme.
So how does he change the music, and how does he? How does he change the music, and how does he? Like
Now that
switch
is a
things
question
out.
I have to ask to Fred Durst.
I should
That's
have had
something I
him
have to
on.
ask
I
to
should have
him.
had him on my show. Oh well.
But you know what? How about you try to get along with him?
Okay, but
Even
that's
but
beside the point and off the
because
screen
I do not
stuff.
know anything about modding Jackbox. Like I've only tested out modded Jackbox mods and done a few things for it, but not
But
like actually doing one myself.
but yeah. As far as we're gonna switch back to Minecraft since that's what you know. So is there any way to has anyone modded the music block so that it goes ahead and like sounds different?
Oh, for music and discs.
Yes. No, I'm talking about like the note block. My bad.
The note block? Oh,
Yeah.
you could actually do that, but I guess it'll be kind of complicated.
So like, what is the general process between like from blank canvas to finished project? What's the process between beginning and end?
You need to think of the features and ideas that you actually want to add. What I recommend is
I'm asking
going
about
and
the actual process.
the actual process is first you need to draw out on paper your little idea, and you need to put everything into a workspace and all that.
How does one put it into a workspace?
Oh, by just clicking the plus button. Press plus to add mod elements.
And then where would you get the mod element from?
Basically, if you press the plus button, there's like a lot of options, like features, blocks, items. Now there's item extensions. If you go into some of the tabs in the element, like if you wanted to go to the food element, then you need to enable it.
So so how does one change a block?
Well, there's one change block. Now that's a good question. There's a properties tab and there's an advanced properties tab, which makes it like either make it more flammable or more resistant. While there's some basic things like, does this block act like a ladder? Does it go through a wall?
So has there ever been do you know anyone who have ever modded a circle into Minecraft?
Yeah, actually. It's a non-binary YouTuber that's called like Mystic Cat.
Non-binary. Nice. But yeah.
But that's the only one that I know that actually modded a sphere into a Minecraft and a circle and a square and triangle. It's just on my mind.
Have you ever tried to mod a circle in Minecraft?
Nah.
So, what has your biggest failures been? What has been your biggest failure?
Well, my biggest fail was most of the time trying to do something complicated in it. Like, I guess you could say, like, I don't know. Like,
have you ever, failed so hard at a project where you abandoned it?
No. Well, yeah. Was one of my old mods called Expansion Craft. Basically, that mod, it didn't have really a theme. It was just all about expansion. But I decided to split it into separate mods. So
And how did you fail?
to give an actual theme.
But
So if it's
but like, did you like? I know like let's see here. Like I'm talking about like failed to go ahead and figure out how to do this mod. Like you got so frustrated with it, you're just like, I'm done.
Yeah, it happened like that in my very old mod when I tried to upgrade my mod version to 1.6 to 1.6. And the only thing I had to really do is like check all the mod elements. Like double check it before, I actually start the process. Which was that was kind of stupid, but it was first time anyways.
But yeah, let's see here. How many projects in total have you completely? How many different like mods have you done in total? Hexy.
I would say like 6 to 7.
6 to 7. Can you please tell me which one you did first? And then
the expansion mod.
And can you please explain the process of that?
No, since I nearly forgot everything about it, but what I've remembered, there's a video. I had a video about it. It's basically my first mod ever. It was pretty shit. That's what I could just say. So, not a lot to explain.
All right. How about your
They
second
also
one?
added guns.
How was your second one?
So for my second one, this one was kind of better, but I still felt like they still needed. I decided to separate it all into separate mods. So it was called like it used to be called the expansion mod reboot, but I decided to call it like the expansion craft, and that just added like the Aether and it had like an updates and all that.
How did you add the Aether? How did you add the Aether?
Dimension tab.
All right.
Making new biomes, so.
And then, what was the one that you did after that?
Not really that much after that. And after that, it was basically a short-lived mod. And then we got to Disorganized. It was basically like an ore mod. That's overall nether and end ores. Not a lot to explain. I'm gonna oversimplify it. But there's a few other projects upcoming that I do not want to spoil. So I'd rather not actually explain the rest, since I feel like I'll just spoil the entire thing. Because like me and Vapor are still, working on some mods that I do not want to spoil. And I'll only do it like in screenshots.
Okay. And then I forgot what I was going to ask. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the tried and true. If you were me, what questions would you ask yourself?
I don't know, if I'm being honest.
Do you feel like I pretty much covered everything?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Is there any other like things that you would like to mention about Minecraft modding?
Yeah.
Go ahead and
just
tell.
If you're using MCreator, put some actual work in it, because like I don't want to see yet the 10,000th shitty mod.
Can you please explain how to put work into it?
Making good textures is one of them. And that's why sometimes I work better as a texture artist.
How does one add texture?
Shading. and that.
So, do you actually draw on your mods?
No, it's more pixel art.
Okay. That would have been good to know earlier. And yeah, so like do you use a mouse or a drawing tablet for pixel art?
I use a mouse. For some reason, I'm good at drawing with a mouse.
How? It's like drawing with a rock.
I don't know, man. Me and Rock have some good relationship, I guess, because I love gemstones sometimes.
Yeah,
Although
I swear.
I do have some pretty good relationships with ink pencil sometimes, since I'm good at sketching the shit.
Yeah, I swear. Like I'm trying to is it like is like a pixel art more like filling in boxes instead of like actually drawing?
You could say like that.
Oh, man.
Although some video game art styles, even modern video games like Pizza Tower and let's just say also like a Celeste still use that style. Mostly indie games use that style nowadays.
Yeah,
That's why indie games got popular sometimes, because that style is like, really cool.
so how beginner friendly is the community?
Very beginner friendly.
So you
I'm not sure.
you say that, but the community is like put
It really
shame on
depends
crafting
on
mods.
what type. It really depends on like what type you are.
So like it depends.
Really.
So like is there like a separate beginner community than like the intermediates and the advanced? Do you guys tend to separate yourselves, or is it everyone in the same community?
Everyone in the same community.
But yeah. Do you have anything else to say about modding Minecraft?
No.
Alrighty. Would you be okay if we end this episode a little early today?
Sure, why not? Maybe I could try to beat that Pizza Tower level.
But yeah. I'm gonna want some post-stream chat time too. But yeah, do you have any closing announcements?
Nope. See ya, Donut Batch.
Alrighty. So my closing announcements are: can you please go ahead and sign up for a map piece if you are an animator, and yeah. Anyways, I platonically, and also there's gonna be a Q&A next week, and the announcement's gonna be posted on Saturday, and yeah, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come. Bye!